Welcome back to Patrick Christie's Tonight Late Edition. So, President Trump has headed to the Situation Room this evening, and it's a story that's leading, like most of tomorrow's newspaper front pages. So, the US media is reporting that apparently the president has approved attack plans for Iran. And he might still be hoping for Iran to get out of this by saying that they're going to stop with their nuclear program. However, will the supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei, relent? Well, here's an example of one of his tweets from earlier this evening. Yeah, so I don't really think he's relenting there, is he? That's the propaganda war that's going on at the moment. Khamenei isn't messing around. Live on your screens right now is the skyline of Tel Aviv. We will keep you up to date if there are any further exchanges of fire. I have got my panel here, and as I've said, it's on the front of most front pages tomorrow. But I'm joined now by Iranian dissident Niak Gobani, as well as my wonderful panel. Niak, how are you?
Yeah.
Good. So, look, what do you make of what we're seeing here? You know, we've got war of the words, Trump's threat, Iran's vowing no mercy. What's going to happen?
I think this title is amazing title, War of the World. It's really amazing because when the Ayatollah fell down, it's going to be peace coming in first of all in Middle East and then in entire world, because the Ayatollahs always trying to express themselves around the world, and they actually want to export their ideology to, for example, right now in UK.
So just talk to us about that, because a lot of people might not necessarily realise that. Iran seems very far away, but the Ayatollah has exported his hate here, has he?
Absolutely, absolutely. They actually, if you seen the news on Saturday, they proudly want to march in Russell Square. Who? The people who actually claiming asylum, proudly they wanted going for support the Ayatollahs. When you're running away from the Ayatollah here in UK, get the asylum, how you want to go and raising their flag and the Islamic Republic flag and proudly supporting them.
So you think that Iran is importing fake asylum seekers?
Absolutely.
So that they can increase...
Use them.
Right.
They use them. If actually we're seeing, I think 1.5 months ago, 9 who get arrested. That wasn't actually intelligence service. That was asylum. They use this way to actually export their hate and threat.
So what do you want Britain to do? The big talk at the moment is President Trump going to help Israel and try to kill the Ayatollah? But we are seeing here, and we'll talk about this shortly with my panel, but as far as our top lawyer in this country is concerned, if we went to war with Iran, it might be illegal.
1979, the Labour government, that was Labour government, helped Khomeini to come to power. That wasn't illegal? That was illegal. Okay, if you want to, change the history, if you want to clear everything in past, you have to act right now against terrorists, not the regime, secular regime. They are terrorists. 2019, 2017, 2019, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, they kill Iranian people. When uprising happened, they kill Iranians. They are illegal. They are illegally in power. You have to take action against them if you care about the humanity.
Well, that's good. I'll stay where you are. I'll bring my panel into this now. Simon, I'll start with you. So I'm just going to read out a line here from the Daily Telegraph. It is understood that Lord Hermer is reluctant to sign off on any offensive operations. One official who'd seen his legal advice said the Attorney General has concerns about the UK playing any role in this except for defending our allies. What do you make of that from the Attorney General?
Well, obviously, Lord Hermer is a significantly more qualified lawyer than I am. I've completed my LLB back in 1986, got a 2-2 and bid it farewell, and it hasn't greatly troubled my reading material ever since. But I can't help but notice, on the one hand, I'm a little bit torn here, to be honest. On the one hand, Lord Hermer has an almost unblemished record of standing up for Islamist terrorists and their close relatives. For instance, Ringo Jihadi and his mother. And, of course, we are all aware of it. I mean, it's a matter of record, and it's on the front page of most of the papers. As I say, even by the cab rank principle, he does seem to have an extraordinarily canny eye for spotting an Islamic jihadi that he can try and get off on some technicality. So the fact that he is probably putting obstacles between Britain and any involvement in an attack on Iran is perhaps tainted by that reflection. On the other hand, I do have to say, in response to what you just said, that if Britain or indeed America were to get involved in launching an otherwise unprovoked attack on any regime they consider to be behaving badly towards its own citizens, it would be a very busy night sky.
It would.
And I do think this is fundamentally Israel's war, and I think we should let them do it.
OK, fair enough. That's your views. Nina, where are you on this, then?
Well, I think it's an absolutely terrifying situation because you're watching Donald Trump producing a reality show. That's what he's doing. He's producing a TV show. That's part of what he likes. The whole of the world is watching what's he going to do next. It's his dream come true. He's such a narcissist. He's at the middle. Everybody's hanging.
Hang on a minute. Do we shed a tear for the Ayatollah?
No, we don't shed a tear for the Ayatollah. Certainly not. But read here. It says Britain's capabilities extend from offering air and maritime logistics support in the Gulf to shooting down attack drones targeting Israel, or even firing submarine-launched missiles at Iran. So, in fact, that's quite a lot that we can do. I'm absolutely horrified that we would be drawn into it to that extent. And the idea that we should be some part of some regime change. That's our.
We've not got the best track record. We've not got the best track record with regime change in the Middle East, Alex. I will grant that.
No, to me, what I've always found weird is when people can say a war can be legal or illegal. I mean, the whole notion of a war being legal or illegal is crazy. Well, they're doing something in our country's interest, and obviously there's debate whether it is or not, or we're not doing something in interest. To say it can be an illegal war is crazy. We should always stand with our allies, whether that is joining a task force or is basically telling them to rein back is so important. So I don't think we should listen to any sort of advice, legal, illegal. Personally, I don't think we should be getting involved in this. This is Israel's war. Israel has done, frankly, the West's dirty work and good thing to take out some of the nuclear capabilities. But should we try and push for regime change?
Well, let me put that. Yeah, you go.
I want to just tell you, the Iranians never asking you to involve to the Ayatollah's war. This is Ayatollah's war, not the Iranian people's wars. First of all. And the second thing, it's if you want to show your solidarity with humanity, not just, with your allies or stuff like that, you have to shut all the embassies down here with the terrorists. They managing the terrorist attack here in this country against the Israelis embassy. Israeli embassy, it's Israel embassy, but it's in your soil. What you want to do? You have to shut the all embassy down and deport all the diplomats to Iran. And let's see.
Well, I spent some time in Iran about 10 years ago now, a long time. And one thing I found really refreshing was the Iranian people, how open they were to me, as sort of Westerner walking around, travelling around, how much, frankly, everyone said they disliked the regime, how much they were anti the regime. And I did ask them a question, like, why don't you do something about it, being naive Western? And they said,
kill us.
Yes, they literally said, they will shoot us, so we can't do anything.
Yeah.
But they were quite open, saying, we don't like the regime, we love the West. This was when Ahmadinejad was president. And they come out to us and say, we love the West, we love Britain, we love America. It's the government which we hate, but we can't do anything about it.
It's around Birmingham, Liverpool or Manchester, isn't it?
There we go. All right, we've got to go. Sorry, because we've got some more news here. Hey, but thank you for coming in. And good luck. Make sure you keep going, because I know lots of people want to try to kill you. So there we go.